Hello, friends, and welcome to this lecture wherein we are going to understand something about numbers in Python. Now, we've already seen the numbers, that is the integer, float, and complex. So basically, this lecture would be a small one. It would be just a revision of what the numbers are in Python basically. So let's say we have three variables a, b, and c. Now we declare or we store some values here. So we declare a as 10, b as let's say 20 and 20.5, and c as let's say 2j. Okay, so we know that we have already seen it, that if I type here print, and then inside the print function I have type, and if I type the type of type A, like if I print the type of A, B, and C, B and C. So if I run this, I find that yeah, these are this the first one is an integer, the second one is a float, and the third one is a complex number. So in Python, if there is a e associated with a number, that can also mean that it is a scientific number. Okay, the scientific numbers with an e also like indicate the power of 10, right? So they are used like in float, we can use them. So if I say, let's say b is equals to 25 e3, e3, so that is 25 to the power of 3. So if I just write here now print, and then let's say type b, right? So if I run this now, I get float. So that's float, 25 raised to 3 to the power of 3. So we have already discussed this. And now if you inside the numbers also, like inside these numbers, the types of numbers, you can convert them internally as well. You can typecast them in the numbers also, right? So basically if I had, let's say the let's say b, so b was type float, right? So I can use b, and I can like now consider, like let's say uh, I can typecast it, I can convert it, and I can now let's say I store it in e is equals to, okay, and I store int b, right? So now what happens is, now that b is converted into an integer. It was float initially, but now it is converted to an integer. Let's test it now. Print, and then type e. If I just run this, I get, see, integer. So e type is now integer, but earlier it was float, right? But now it is converted to an integer, so it is typecasted to an integer, right? So this was a basic understanding of numbers and dealing with numbers in Python. So if you want to play around with numbers using the operators, so basically we'll be doing operators in detail, but the numbers can be directly added. So Python has a can be used as a calculator. Like if you say 2 plus 5, so it will directly add that and give you the answer. See, it will give you the answer 7, right? So Python is like you can execute you can do the operations directly, right? So you can also play around with the numbers currently here. And in this lecture, you will also have a test at the end after all these lectures, after these basic lectures. But we'll be doing the operators, Python operators in detail. So stay tuned and happy learning.